আজি আমি ক্লাছ 10ৰ পাৰ্টিশ্যন অফ বেংগল চেপ্টাৰৰ short long answer type questions বোৰ লৈ আনিছোঁ। তো question number 1 আছে mention 3 main geographical region of Bengal which were annexed to the province West Bengal and Assam created after the partition of Bengal। তো তিনিটা geographical regionৰ কথা দিছে ঢাকা, চিটাগং আৰু ৰাজশ্বাহী, তিনিটা main geographical region। Second question, write briefly about what were the intention of the partition of Bengal। The intention of the partition of Bengal was প্ৰথমটো ক'ব পাৰি যে to stop the increasing tide of nationalism which was first emerging in the province of Bengal। Second ক'ব পাৰি যে also to please Muslim leaders and to weaken the Hindu Muslim who were in the forefront of the national movement। Third to say also their main intention was to dominate and control the growing anti-British extremists within the Congress party। The next question I show, why was the anti-partition of Bengal movement named as Swadeshi movement? Discuss briefly। The answer is in the beginning it was confined to boycotting foreign goods and using homemade or indigenous one। It was publicly called upon by the leader to every individual to give up foreign goods irrespective of caste, creed, occupation or religion। The response from the people of Bengal was immense as boycotting the foreign good had meant patriotism which consequently meant to be economic loss to the British। So the anti-partition of Bengal movement named as Swadeshi movement। Next question ki discuss the contribution of Swadeshi movement towards national education। The Swadeshi movement had a big influence on the prevalent educational system of Bengal। Satish Chandra Mukherjee started a national institution named Down Society with full cooperation from Rabindranath Tagore and Charudas Banerjee। This society did against the Curzon University law and Carly circular and started the movement for uprising national education। The name of student leaving government school increasing and consequently many national schools were established at many places of Bengal। During the Swadeshi movement, although 62 secondary school and 3,000 national primary school were established। Under this leadership of Raj Bihari Bose, the National Education Council was formed on 11th March 1906 at Town Hall, Calcutta। Bengal National College was established on 15 August 1906। Aurobindo Ghosh was the first principal and in the same year on 12 December, Bengal National College was promoted to Nalanda University। The next question ahun question di ase ki how did the national industries develop during Swadeshi movement? Explain in short। The demand of locally made goods grew higher। Several big industries and various small scale industries came into being। Spinning machine, small and medium scale handloom industry for producing mustard oil, soap, sugar, matchbox, etc. and many biscuit factories were established। Along with this, National Bank and National Insurance Company came into existence। The Swadeshi Bhandar established by Rabindranath Tagore became a reputed textile firm। Yogesh Chandra Chaudhary and Krishna Bihari Sen jointly established Indian Stories at Bowbazar, Calcutta। Some extraordinary people like Jagdish Chandra Bose, Prafulla Chandra Roy, Nil Ratan Sarkar, etc. planned to establish some heavy industry at Bengal to grow an atmosphere of self-development, and self-reliance. At the initiative of Nil Ratan Sarkar, Banga Lakshmi cotton mill was established. Next question. What were the anti-movement measures taken by the British to dominate Swadeshi movement? The anti-movement measure restored to by the British to dominate the Swadeshi movement basically consisted of Operation Operation Lathi Charge, division of Bengal, and rift in the Hindu-Muslim unity. They tried to break the movement by taking help of oppressive measures so that Indians can be forced to use their goods. They also engaged in large-scale lathis which were known as regulation lathis. British transferred the Muslim into a separate and loyal political force through the introduction of separate electoral for the Muslim in the Indian Act of 1909. Next question. Mention three results of Swadeshi movement. এক নম্বৰ ক'ব পাৰিছে education system of Bengal, the number of students leaving government school increasing and consequently many national schools were established at many places of Bengal. Do you know a point? The Swadeshi movement in the wake of the anti-partition agitation paved the way for the development of indigenous industry. 3 number go paise, the movement played a crucial role in fostering a sense of nationalism among Indians. It united people across different regions and communities against colonial rule, laying the groundwork for future independence movement. Last question is mention three contribution of Swadeshi movement. এক নম্বৰ হ'ল যে it gave rise to a new generation of Indian leaders who were actively involved in the freedom struggle and emphasized self-reliance and economic independence as part of the fight against colonialism. 2 number, it was able to give the Indian political knowledge regarding mass movement. Indian people learned that if the majority of the people come forward for a common cause, then a mass movement would certainly become successful. 3 number হ'ল যে there was a great upsurge in the literary and cultural sphere. Song, poetry, and theatre were composed in order to express the tensions of the Swadeshi period as well as to promote the indigenous nationalistic feeling. Class 10 chapter 1 or short notes. Number 1 হল কবি গুৰু Rabindranath Tagore. Short notes to aniso যে Rabindranath Tagore was one of the greatest literary figure of India. He was born on the 7th of May 1861 at Calcutta. His father Rabindranath Tagore was an early leader of the Brahmo Samaj initiated by Raja Ram Mohan Roy. His mother was Sarada Devi. Rabindranath Tagore was a great Indian writer and freedom fighter who, through his writing, speeches, ideas, and active involvement, shaped the Swadeshi movement. He also had Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913 for Gitanjali. He received knighthood title in 1915 by King George V. In 1919, he repudiated his knighthood to protest the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. The Indian national anthem Jana Gana Mana was composed by Rabindranath Tagore. Also the national anthem of Bangladesh, Amar Sonar Bangla. Next question. Margaret Elizabeth Nobel, Bhagini Nivedita. Margaret Elizabeth was an Irish teacher, author, social activist, school founder, and disciple of Swami Vivekananda. She was also known as Sister Nivedita. Swami Vivekananda gave her the name Nivedita, meaning dedication to God, when he initiated her into the vow of Brahmacharya. Nivedita has close associated with the newly established Ramakrishna Mission. Because of her active contribution in the field of Indian nationalism, she had to publicly dissociated herself for activities of the Ramakrishna Mission under then President Swami Brahmananda. Sister Nivedita eventually became an ardent Indian nationalist from 1902 to 1906. She was bitterly critical of the British administration and the partition of Bengal in 1905, becoming extremely active in the Indian freedom and Swadeshi movement. Next question. Nawab Salimullah. Nawab Salimullah was the fourth Nawab of Dhaka and one of the leading Muslim politicians during the British rule in India. Nawab Salimullah got involved in politics in 1903 to 1904 by the way of giving opinions on the government's plan for the partition of Bengal. He called upon to move the first resolution at the inaugural session of All India Muslim League held in Dhaka on 13 December 1906. Nawab Salimullah was a staunch supporter of the partition of Bengal and was a member of East Bengal and Assam Legislative Council from 1906 to 1907. ধন্যবাদ।